Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Destruction All-Stars. Earlier on today or yesterday, when I don't know when I'm uploading this video, but at some point I've done some videos on Destruction All-Stars, so make sure you go and check those out on the channel. Today I want to talk about, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Today I want to talk about the challenge series, and I made a video about microtransactions and how some of these challenge series are locked behind real life money. So I figured I'd buy one, play it through, complete it, tell you guys about it and see what you actually unlock for your money. So I've already done the mutual respect because that is completely free. You can go in and do it, and essentially the ones that you pay for are pretty much exactly the same as the free one in terms of events and what you're doing and all that kind of stuff. So I had trouble on only 2 of these, and I'll get into that in a second. But what you have to do on these to get all of the unlocks is basically get 3 stars on every single event. Now obviously you can see over there on the right, the 3 stars for this first one are win, smash 20 score crates in Wildfire, which is Lupita's car, and win with 60 seconds to spare. Now these are the kinds of challenges that you have to do. Most of the time you're going to get these done in one shot, but there are some that are difficult, and that's what I was talking about. So if I go here to Gridfall, win without being KO'd. This is the one where the floor disappears and falls apart and you have to try and stay alive. Winning without being KO'd is, it's not entirely luck, but you can just randomly have like a piece of floor disappear in your pathway, or someone hits you, or you hit into someone and just bounce off them and ricochet off the map. This one can be quite difficult, so you have to be extremely careful, take it slow, push people off and knock people off where you can, but just not take any big risks. It took me 3 tries to get that 1 star, and then everything else up to this point, the Mayhem Skirmish, Transporter and the first 2 stars of Gridfall, I did first time, no problem. This is where I started to have troubles though. Winning without being KO'd, it took me 3 separate times. Now break time. This is quite a frustrating one, and this took me about 7 tries to get the win with 60 seconds to spare. Now this event basically is there's boxes around the map and you have to collect them. You can collect them on foot, you can collect them in the car. Now when I did the free one with the Mexican guy, the Mexican wrestler guy, his was basically you just drive around and smash through them, but this character you have to do a lot of running on walls and stuff. There is a lot of time collectibles that you need to get to build up the time so that you have enough time to get everything collected within the time limit and still have 60 seconds to spare. Extremely difficult. Once you learn where everything is though, and all the routes and all that kind of stuff, it does get easier, but this one was by far the hardest of all the stars. And then I went through and did Skirmish. That one was pretty easy as well, using the Wildfire's Breaker. That's basically the special move that the car does, and this car leaves fire behind. It took me, actually I think I did that the first try, and then this last one, Showdown, you know, it caused 50 damage using Lupita's Breaker, not difficult at all. Win without being KO'd, not difficult at all either. So these 2 in the middle were kind of the hardest, and there's a break time on the free character as well, which was quite difficult. So there are a couple that might take a little while. Now from start to finish, I did this in 1 hour 25 minutes. Now I wasn't sweating super hard, I was just sitting back casually playing. So yeah, it's pretty cool because it's kind of like a storyline in a way. You get a little bit of an introduction and a little bit of a post-end scene type thing, and then everything is in between is kind of built into the rivalry. So for instance, Lupita, you start off against the sergeant guy, I can't remember his name. He's got like a smoke mobile, and basically them 2 are fighting over the last donut, and he steals the donut, and that causes the rivalry. Then you go through all of these matches, and then at the end, you know, something happens. I won't spoil it for anyone who wants to watch it, but it's just basic simple storytelling like that. So it's a pretty cool event to go through. Now let's have a look at what you actually get for it. So I'm going to go to customize. First and foremost, I'm going to go to the profile. I'm going to look at that. So I have new avatars here. I've got the Lupita Head 3, Lupita Wolf 2, and the Stag icon. Not bad, you know. It is what it is. It's basically an emblem and a calling card. That's all it is. They look pretty cool though, so I'm not too unhappy with them, but it is, like I said, just an emblem. Then we go to banners, same thing, you just get 1 background. That actually looks kind of sick. I think I'm going to put that one on. So I got 3 emblems, 1 background, and then we go to Lupita herself, and as you can see, I've unlocked 1 skin, 1 emote, and 2 shouts. So let's go and have a look at them. We'll have a look at the skin first. So that's her default, and then that's her new one. You know, it looks fine. She looks pretty cool in all blue. Car looks okay. You know, it's not magnificent, it's fine. Then we got emotes, which pretty much nobody ever uses. Like, realistically, it's not something that gets used in this game very often, or at least I haven't seen it. And then we get shouts, where basically it's just a voice line. That's all it is.
And you thought I wouldn't make it.
So that's it. Oh, and then you also get one thing for the rival. So if I go over to this guy, that's his name, Sergeant Rescue. I've got one voice line for him for completing it. There we go in there.
The world is watching. Time to make my family proud.
And that's the unlocks. So, what do I think about this? I can't really make my mind up because the game's fun. You know, gameplay mechanics are incredible. The AI is actually really good in this game as well. Like, it's not specifically super easy just to eliminate people. It's a little bit easier than online, obviously, but the AI is actually really good, and they will chase you down and they will blow you up if they get the chance, especially the rivals. So the AI, really impressed with it, and the game modes and the events and the like mini kind of story mode, pretty cool. Can't complain whatsoever. The unlocks are underwhelming to say the least, but it's not a bad thing they've added into the game. I just really wish it wasn't hidden behind microtransactions, even if it is fairly cheap at like £3 or like $5 or something like that for one full 7 event storyline. I don't think it's worth it for the rewards that you get. You know what I mean? Like, it's 16 characters and each of them are 200 of the points that you get, and that's what 3,200 points that you need to do every single character's premium storyline, unless they come around in the free section every now and again. But let's just say, for instance, if you were to do them all, that would be basically about $30, about £25 ish. That is, I suppose it's not bad for a free game, but like I said, the rewards just don't seem to be very good, in my opinion, to warrant spending money on them. But I will say the gameplay is fun, the game is amazing. You know, I'm just nitpicking, I guess, at the little things that don't really matter. But I really just wish there was more with customization, better microtransactions, and all that kind of stuff. But I will suggest that, you know, if you do have the money and you're willing to part with it, I think it's definitely worth it in that sake, because you know what you can afford and you do get some good content from buying and purchasing these little mini campaigns. But if you're just one of those people who don't want to spend money on a game unless you really have to or want to, this isn't worth it, in my opinion, for the rewards that you get. For the gameplay, yes. Rewards, no. So that is a full challenge card done and finished, and I hope that helps anyone out with, you know, the concept of buying stuff, microtransactions, the challenge series, and what you want and don't want, or want to do and don't want to do. If it helped, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, all that kind of good YouTube stuff if you wish to. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.